Welcome to San Diego Market Movers. I'm your host, Valley, and I'm here with John Lieber. Welcome back.
Valley, it's good to be here.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. I hear you feel terrible today, and I've got
I
to talk the
do.
whole time. So,
Yeah, but you know what? I am really curious in what you're doing and what you're seeing when it comes to this buyer broker agreement because I think our board is already effective, but we really don't have to start doing it till later this week. So, what are some changes you're making? What are some things you're seeing? What is your opinion on all of this?
so the San Diego MLS put this into effect on the 12th. So we've had a few days of it, and interestingly, not that many agents are at these trainings. I mean, you'll have 50 or 60 people, but there's something like 10,000, 11,000
Yeah.
agents. So you hope that your agent is going through this stuff because it is having a huge impact,
Yeah.
and people are saying this is going to be the biggest impact in real estate in our generation, how things work. So,
So you're attending a lot of training. So what are you hearing?
well, so there's two things. One, we can't show properties without a buyer representation agreement anymore. That's got to come before we meet at a house. And there's varying levels of that where you're not necessarily having to commit with a buyer for a long-term representation agreement, but you need to have something up front. So, as buyers see this and meet with agents, they will need to sign that if their agent is doing what they're doing properly.
Mm-hmm.
The other probably bigger thing is that the commission is no longer part of the offering with a listing. And so, with every offer that gets submitted, the agent will have to submit whatever their request is for the seller to pay the commission
Yeah.
that the buyer is obligated to pay on the buyer agreement that you sign
Okay.
up front.
Okay.
So I don't think it's going to have a huge impact on pricing, and that was a lot of the impetus behind this was um, thinking that prices were inflated by however much a buyer's agent was getting paid.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see much of a change in overall prices of real estate. I don't think we'll see a 2% reduction in prices. But what I do think we'll see is if it's a real strong seller's market, we're going to see as agents have to compete to get their offer accepted for their client, their willingness to lower a commission to get something.
Uh-huh.
And you could see the opposite happening if it's all of a
Right.
sudden turning the other direction
Right.
and it's a buyer's market, sellers need to do whatever they can to sell. Well, you might be asking for a bigger commission because you know you're the
Right.
only person offering.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's going to have the intended effect in reducing prices, but I actually really like it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think is as a listing agent, you have to be more professional in how you present yourself to a seller, say you're going to market a property, and do all those things.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is going to push agents out who really don't know what they're doing and are just opening doors for buyers and getting paid.
Yeah, we get to officially say we earned our commission
Yeah,
because there's a lot of people that think that realtors don't earn their commission, but this is forcing them to.
and many don't.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good thing that maybe we'll see a reduction in the number of agents that are working with, not doing a good job working with buyers, and you'll
Mm-hmm.
see professionals coming in and really presenting why they're worth what they're worth to a client,
Yeah.
and their
Fair
buyers
enough.
seeing that, and then
Mm-hmm.
most likely the seller will still pay for most of this, um, but I think it's a good thing overall for the industry.
Yeah, I like it. Well, I love to hear other people's take on it. So thank you so much for sharing your insight and
Yeah,
looking
thank
forward
you.
to seeing how this works out for you. So we'll
Thanks.
talk soon. Thanks, guys.